Connections is a free program out of the Brooklyn Public Library's Brooklyn Collection, which is the local history archive. We work with primarily middle and high school students, and we teach them how to do research. Today we're talking about comparing and contrasting. So this is from Brownsville of 1933, and this is Brownsville 2015. I want you to think about what is similar about Brownsville between these 2 years and what's different.
We work on questioning skills, analysis skills, focusing on how to read primary source documents, how to locate valid sources, and what you do with the information once you have it, how you write a thesis statement, how you take notes, how you cite your sources.
In the 1933 picture, all the building looks crowded, and in 2015, it's so much space and there's a lot of road.
We don't have canned lessons. Every project that we do with a school is custom tailored for that specific school, for that specific teacher, for that specific grade level.
The great thing about the Brooklyn Connections program is the level of detail. They pay attention to each school that they're involved in. In addition to providing resources, they actually provided an educator to come into the school and teach the lessons.
Now what we're gonna do today is we're gonna look at more buildings in Brownsville. We're going to analyze some primary sources, and we're going to figure out what this building is and what's important about it.
One of the big shifts in Common Core standards is reading and analyzing informational texts, and that was what we were doing every week. We were looking at newspaper articles about Brownsville or newspaper articles about our school and making inferences about what this told us about the neighborhood and how it was changing.
I love how the program teaches me things that I didn't know before. I learned that the store Dale's that I go to all the time used to be a movie theater. I started to picture where how things would be set up in the store as a movie theater. It was so amazing.
I think teachers get excited about the program because it supports the teacher on every level. As a free program, we simply provide. We really don't ask much of the teachers. The moment that it becomes extra work, we're not doing our jobs right.
With the Brooklyn Connections program, I really felt like it was a huge addition to our school without making teachers overwhelmed or more overwhelmed than they already feel.
For principals, it's a win-win situation. It's an opportunity to introduce their staff to all different types of resources that maybe they were either unaware of or that just their staff didn't have time to go locate. So having someone bring you the resources is fantastic. The partnership is twofold. We do go to schools. The students also have an opportunity to come to the library, which for one demystifies the library as this institution that they can't access. We try to engage students with interesting primary sources. The students draw connections between not only the sources that they're looking at, but also the real world that they live in. They draw connections to present day. They draw connections to other information that they got in school, and the primary sources serve as this foundational text.
The thing that really blew my mind is how much Brownsville has changed over the years. I would look at the atlases and I would see that things have changed and everything became more modern.
Years ago, I honestly thought Brownsville was how it is now. But now, when I think about it, I really see how Brownsville is really a good place.
One component of the program was putting together a presentation, and students who had never volunteered to stay after school were coming after school all the time to work on their presentation, and that's exactly what you want as an educator. You see students who are enthusiastic, who are participating in lessons, who wanted to learn more.
Our final convocation is when students come back to the library. They have a chance to present their project, and they have a chance to see other students present their project.
Where I live now is called Ebbets Field, so I decided to choose that as a project.
Having this culminating experience is really important for the students because they recognize that they committed and they succeeded.
This program teaches students how to analyze and how to think for themselves. It's critical thinking skills. They're not just going to read a paragraph and answer some questions. They're really going to form their own opinions.
Most successful decisions come out of critical thinking, out of being able to weigh the pros and cons of a situation and being able to make the best judgment in that moment. That comes up all the time when you're doing any kind of research, which can be trying to get yourself unlost when you're out in the streets, or trying to pick what job is best for you or where you're going to college. By inspiring students to feel confident critically thinking, we're also inspiring them to take charge in a lot of other situations outside of school.